So you've been acting as if you've been living out your desire. You've been trying to step into that new version of you that already has it. You've been feeling good, imagining the end result. It's all going good, but it's not here yet. And, without feeling icky about it, you kind of know it's been a while. It's been a while. We don't want to think about it, but it kind of has. We've got that nagging feeling in the back of our brain, people have manifested before now. Should it have happened by now? It's possible. So here's where you're going wrong, okay? It's possible, but you're thinking, when I manifest, my life is going to be amazing. When I manifest, I'm going to be so much happier. When I manifest, I'm finally going to quit my job. When it happens, I'm finally going to have more time to go all in on manifestation. When it happens, I'm finally going to feel so fulfilled. I am so excited to feel so amazing and have such a good life. I just can't wait for it to happen. Do you guys know where we're going wrong here? Tell me down below in the comments if you know where we're going wrong here. Let's see who's the manifestation expert, okay? So, you're not actually on the frequency of your desire if this is you. It's coming from a negative vibration, in fact, and I'm going to explain why in this video. It's coming from a place of lack because you're actively expressing that you don't have it right now, because you're placing the manifestation on a pedestal. You're saying, when I have it, I will finally be able to escape the reality that I'm in right now. And you might not have realized that this has actually happened because, you love your life. You have fun in your life, right? You're a happy person. So it's when did it actually get to the point where you started to feel a little bit icky about your current reality? When did you start to place the end result on a pedestal when you have a good life already, right? You don't actually realize it's a very fine line. It's a very fine line. The trouble is that when we focus on the desire so much, it's easy for it to start highlighting in bright red highlighter the areas of our life currently where we're lacking this thing. Whereas before, we weren't even focusing on the negative in our life. So we were let's manifest from a place of abundance. But then the more you start to manifest, the more you actually focus on it and try, the more your current reality feels a bit poopy because your new reality looks so good. And that's fine. It's a trap that a lot of people fall into, and they fall into the low vibration. And yes, maybe you've manifested half of the desire. Maybe it's actually started to unfold in your life even. Maybe you've been getting the signs, but it just hasn't unfolded fully. And you're why is it not doing this? I'm a good manifester. You've got some blocks there for whatever it is you're trying to manifest. The blocks there are your frequency. And this is where you have a problem on the frequency side of the manifestation triangle, ladies and gentlemen. You see, all three parts of these work in congruency, and when one of them is out of alignment, the entire manifestation goes down the drain. It falls apart because we need all three: belief, frequency, and attachment to manifest. And when we allow ourselves to fall down the rabbit hole of our vibration lowering because we start to focus on the end desire so much out of a place of lack, we need to manifest more, more hours. I'm going to make it happen fast. I can truly believe it's going to happen. Yes, you might believe it's going to happen. And that's why you're placing so much energy on the new desire, because you believe it's going to happen. So you're yes, let's focus on it because I believe it's going to happen. The more I focus on it, the faster it's going to come. But then your frequency starts to go down because, like I said, it starts to highlight in red where you don't already have it. You start to place it on a pedestal, and slowly what was a great manifestation that was actually happening is slowly becoming something that is actually pulling down your entire manifestation, and it's restricting your abilities from creating that new reality. And this is because when you start lowering your vibration, you slowly start to become attached to the outcome. This is what happens when you're focusing on it too much, right? Not only does your vibration go down, but you start to become a bit attached to it, because you're like, when it happens, then I'll finally do this. When it happens, this will finally, I'll finally have freedom to do this. It'll finally allow me to do this. You are attached to the outcome. So your low frequency also causes you to become attached instead of detached. And then those two, frequency and attachment, start to affect the believing triangle. Because when you're coming from a place of lack and low vibration, it causes you to not believe it's going to happen as much, because you're highlighting in red the areas that you're lacking right now. So you're like, well, if this is my reality and it's looking, not too hot, can I actually have the reality that I want? Can it actually happen? And then you start to leave nothing left on the manifestation triangle. There's no belief there. There's no frequency there. There's no detachment there. Or there's just not a lot left. And it needs to be fully incongruent. It fully needs to be congruent for the actual manifestation to occur. And so, how do you know if you're falling down this trap, right? It's a scary trap. And if we don't actually know it's happening, how can we recognize when it is happening to actually solve it, to actually be able to get into that abundant desire, that abundant reality where we are free and we have all the riches in the world and we are the most fulfilled person in the world, which is what we think the manifestation is going to give us, right? Well, first of all, you need to ask yourself this one question. On a day-to-day basis, not as a whole in your entire life, but on a day-to-day basis. So today, yesterday, the day before, this week, this month, am I actually really happy where I'm at right now? Am I really happy where I'm at right now? Get true. Listen to yourself and don't let yourself sugarcoat it, right? The first thought that came up, what was it? Before your brain started to give you the positive thoughts, like, well, yeah, sure, should be happy. I mean, I've got this, I've got that. No, what was the thought before those thoughts? Okay, the first thought. Am I actually really happy where I'm at right now? Because a lot of you guys might say, be truthful with yourself and be like, yes, well, actually, no, I'm not, because I don't have what I want right now. I don't have the desire. Like, I'll be happier when I have my money and when I have my business and when my Instagram blows up, and maybe when I'm earning this 10, 20, 30k a month, then I'll be happier. Yeah. But again, great that you're being honest with yourself. So there's the problem, is that you see that the extra things in your life is going to make you happy, when really, like we said before, we have to be operating from high vibration, a high frequency, to attract things that are on that line, that are in alignment with that frequency. Because if you're not 100% happy and grateful for where you're at right now, because the likelihood is your life is really good, you're not depressed, you're not actively struggling, or if you feel like you are struggling, it's because you're focusing on the struggle, you probably are pretty good right now. You have the things that you need. There's a lot worse people in the world. You know that. But when you're not focusing on your abundance, you start to feel the lack. The lack that's like an illusion, right? Or you might be kidding yourself and you might be thinking, yeah, of course I'm happy right now. I have the car, I have the house, I have a good income at my job. Of course I'm happy right now, I have a decent family. And then you start realizing that you were just focusing on all the materialistic objects in your life, which we know don't make you happy, right? Yes, they're fun to drive. They make us excited. We love the look of a good Jaguar, Porsche, or Ferrari, like whatever. We can all appreciate that. But it's a quick dopamine hit. And after a while, it blows off. You've seen celebrities, they get bored of their car, they get bored of their house, so they buy another one, a better one, a cooler one, a different colour, different style, different country even, because yes, they make us happy, yes, they're very aesthetically pleasing and they're good for the brain, but they don't truly give us fulfillment, right? So you've just listed things that don't actually make you happy, in which case the likelihood is that you're not happy, because you've just listed things that are trying to tell you that you are happy, which just shows that you're overcompensating for the fact that you're not actually truly fulfilled. So hopefully I've exposed you a little bit of that, right? You either think you're happy or you're acknowledging that you're not happy. And so my answer to you right now is, if you're not truly happy and grateful for where you're at right now, your frequency area on the triangle is lowering. And when your frequency lowers, it falls down like like an effect. It collapses all the other pillars, the belief, the detachment, and that is how you can't manifest. It can be something so simple as that. You're just a little bit too attached to the outcome. You think it's going to solve all your problems. You think when it occurs, I will be happy. When I'm healthy, then I'll be happy. You can be healthy right now and happy for all of the organs that do work in your body, even if one of them isn't. Why are you focusing on the one thing in your life that is going wrong right now when all 100 other things are going right? Do you see how the pessimism is kicking in here? This is what we need to be ignoring and focusing on gratitude, focusing on raising our frequency, focusing on changing our self-concept so that we can actually become a person that loves who we are already, that knows we're able to achieve this, and therefore we should start living as it now. Become a person that knows they have it all, and you will have it all. It all starts in your brain. Be Delulu, and you will create that reality. Start living as it now. It's all just an illusion. Look out of your window. It's all just an illusion of the identity that you have right now. Start expressing gratitude. Start walking around with your head held high, that you have everything you've ever wanted and everything is within reach. Everything is at your fingertips. You just need to decide and it will be in your hands. We all have abundance. There's no tricking your brain. It's just you need to focus on the abundance, okay? I hope the video helped you. If you have any questions, leave them down below. So I'll either see you in there or I'll see you in another video. Have a lovely day. See you in the next one. Bye.